And good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are around the world, and welcome to the MCU Premeir T20 between UCC and County Kerry. You can see both captains out there with the umpire. Umpire is reading the Riot Act, and he'll do the toss in a few moments. Yes, indeed. It's the second week of the Premeir T20, and we have 3 games here today at the Oyster Oval. You can see the tide is out there in Tralee Bay, and you have first up, it's County Kerry versus UCC. UCC will take on Limerick after, and then the final game in the afternoon will be Limerick versus County Kerry. My name is Joseph O'Mahony, and hopefully I'll be with you for the whole day. We'll do 3 separate streams, and if my voice doesn't crack up, I'll try and commentate a bit of what's going on. Both captains now going back to their various teams to let them know, and it looks like Kerry have won the toss and have elected to bat. So yes, so it's Kerry will elect to bat. And before, we had some sad news from County Kerry yesterday on the death of club stalwart Blanche Rutland. So there will be a minute's silence for the late Blanche Rutland, who passed away yesterday after an illness. For many, Blanche was the heart of County Kerry cricket, and as far back as I can remember, Blanche was there either scoring or cheering on her beloved Kerry. Now, some would say that her scoring wasn't up to par, but you know what? She tried. So she was there cheering on her team from when they were in Tralee Rugby Club and the recreation centre up the road, and now to the Oyster Oval. She was ever present. Blanche was respected by all who met and knew her throughout all of Munster, and was thrilled to be nominated as Volunteer of the Year on behalf of Munster Cricket at the 2022 Cricket Ireland Awards in recognition for all her work with County Kerry Cricket Club. I would like to express my condolences to her family, especially Richie, Sean and Ian, who play for the club. Yesh Day Goreva Anam Deelish. So I'm sure Blanche will be looking down from heaven today on her team, and they will be taking to the ground shortly. Game is due to start at 10 o'clock, and beforehand we will have a minute's silence during the 3 games and across Munster today in recognition of the life of Blanche. This will also continue, I think, next week as well, because there is Premeir T20 game between Cork Harlequins and Cork County at Farmers Cross on Friday night, and Munster Cricket will be covering that. Well, it'll be me really, but under the Munster Cricket YouTube site. So please join us if you go to the Munster Cricket YouTube site for that on Wednesday. And then the following Sunday there will be the conclusion of the Munster T20 competition. On next Sunday. So where are we at with the competition at the moment? And it's an exciting one where all teams have lost at least 1 game, with Kerry losing 2. Cork Harlequins and Cork County Galway top the table with played 3, won 2, lost 1, and total of 49 points each. But Cork Harlequins are on top with a better net run rate. Limerick are following up. They also have two games, but they have less bonus points, which makes them 43. Cork County are in fourth, but they've only played 2 games, and they will play 2 games today when they take on Galway and Middleton at the Mardyke. We'll be following those games, and I'll be bringing you updates later on. Their first game starts in a half an hour's time at 10:30 against Middleton. Middleton are in fifth, and they've won 1 and lost 1. A cracking win over Cork Harlequins in the first T20 last Wednesday week. And then County Kerry have played 2 and lost 2. Lost to County Galway and Cork Harlequins. And finally UCC have only played 1 and lost to Cork County. So we'll take a few minutes and we'll come back to you when they start to play. And welcome back to the Oyster Oval. They're just waiting for a little bit of rain to clear. There's no grace period in the T20, given that there's 3 games on today. So if the game hasn't started by now, then people are losing over, or teams are losing overs. So the rule is, for every 8 minutes, there's an over lost for each team. Still a little bit of rain around the ground. I can see in the distance the mountains across the river, or the Tralee Bay. They're clear, but it's behind us is where the rain is coming. Not coming down too hard, just a slight mist. But overall, it's a gorgeous day. Obviously, the view is spectacular. Both sets of players are waiting in the clubhouse. It's quiet around Tralee today. Went in earlier on to get a bit of grub. Not many tourists out and about. Last night spent some time in Phoenix, and that was lovely down there. A bit windy, choppy waters, but gorgeous. Plenty of tourists inside one and two of the pubs watching the Monaghan game. Went to penalties against Armagh. Seemed to go on forever, but Monaghan won it eventually. And of course Cork are playing today, so as a Cork man, I wish them luck in the All-Ireland quarter-final. So the rain has stopped now, and both teams are coming to the crease to hold a minute's silence for the late, great Blanche Rutland. Umpire Declan Early administrating the minute silence. Hats are taken off and heads are bowed. And a nice tribute there for Blanche. So the two openers for County Kerry will be Awe Saiger and Khurram Iqbal. Still a little bit of mist around. I don't know if there are many overs lost. We'll find out shortly. The UCC team huddled like penguins, keeping warm. There's a bit of a cold breeze today. Khurram will be wearing has a number 3 shirt on him. And it looks like Avilash will open from the Spa Road end, if that's what it is. So we're all set here. Wicketkeeper is Albert. Really good wicketkeeper Albert is. UCC had a cracking win over Limerick Blasters, over... I can't remember actually. Let me have a look at that. They had a cracking win yesterday though. Over Limerick, scored 289 for 6, and bowling Limerick out for 187. So we're nearly ready for the first ball of this T20 Festival series. 3 games today. First game up is UCC versus Kerry. Kerry versus UCC, then UCC versus Limerick, and then finally Limerick versus Kerry. The square leg umpire will be Farouk Hussain. Farouk, well known in many divisions around Munster. Today he's playing for the senior team, so good luck to him. And it looks like Awe will face the first ball. Looking for a centre stump, I believe. Heavy lash number 27, as you can see there. And off we go. First ball is a good ball. Defended by Awe. apologies for that. The old phone, forgot to turn off the old phone. And the first run comes off the bat of Awe as he tried to flick that to point. Curran was looking for a second, but his partner turned him down. It's a big hit there by Curran. I don't think he knew what was going on there, but he picks up the first boundary of the morning. A lofty heave. He tries to practice the actual shot he wanted to. I think he wanted to hit it straight. Didn't find the middle of the bat. Went straight over. Backward point. He advances down the wicket. Looking to be aggressive already, Curran is. Definitely known as an aggressive player. And again, he advances. This time it's a wide, and they'll take an extra run for that. Oh, this time he was in two minds there where the defender hit. And the result is a dot ball. Some good bowling here by Avalash. Should be his last one of the over. Ball will be starting to get a little bit greasy now. A little bit of lacquer on it. And and that's a wide as well. Good start for County Kerry. 8 off the over so far. Awe has always been a classical, technical player. Doesn't like to take many risks. UCC not helping themselves here. 4 wide so far off the over. Words of encouragement there by the UCC players to their bowler as he tries to get this one on target. This time a bit shorter of a ball, and Awe was able to push that down to a 45 area. And he'll take the single, and that's the end of the first over. County Kerry are 10 without loss after 1. So coming on from the Tralee Bay end will be Amit. It's not Singh, it's Dangi. Looks like number 66 on his shirt. Yeah. Luckily I brought some binoculars today. I don't know many of the players, so this one helps. Let's see what the spinner can do with his first ball. Remember, only 2 men allowed out outside of the circle. Nice length to start. That's just gently pushed back by Awe. Might have thought of going for a single there. Too full this time and should have been taken. I think UCC knew that. It was a full toss straight back to the bowler. He may have injured his hand trying to... He attempted to catch that ball, but maybe should have done it with 2 hands. Gets away with that one. This time it goes wide. They'll pick up a couple of runs here. Will they think about coming back for the second? No. This will be a wide ball. Most of the runs now at this stage have come from wides. 7 in total so far. Better length there in his appeal for LBW. Wood might have been strained down leg, but it has beaten the bat. Straight onto the pads of Kurum. Will he come down the track now and start to use his feet to the spinner? And he comes down. Drives that one. Drives it to long off. No run. He'll have to use his feet. Will he come down again? 1 foot. Ooh. Probably the not the best choice there to try and cut it when it's over top of off. Good bowling here by Amit. Just 2 off it so far. They were just extras. Looks like the end of the over. Just looks like just 2 coming off it. Excellent over there from Amit. You could see that he was pushing and pushing Coram back into his crease, especially after he had advanced. Push the ball up a bit further. Who's bowling? Again. And Avalash will continue. Hopefully he'll get his line right this time. And he wide ball there. Looked like a wild swing but from Coram, looking to cut that one. Avalash needs to get his radar on very, very sharply. Amit bowled really well in the last over and needs to do the same here. Just put pressure on the Kerry batsman. That one's hit majestically all the way for the first maximum of the day. Advanced down the wicket. Beautiful looking shot there by Khurram. He goes to 10. 1-4 and 1-6. Dealing in boundaries today. And he goes again. This time he puts Avilash off, who bowls a wide. He tried to push that out of the arc of Khurram. I think Khurram is winning the mind game here. If Avilash could bowl a bit fuller, he might have a bit more success. Targeting that off stump. Bit fuller again this time, but it's hit nicely straight. They're looking for 2. Awe says no. No way. Boundaries are a bit short towards the roadside. That's because of a spring that erupted a couple of months ago, and a lot of work had to be carried out on the ground, so they had to bring in the boundary rope a bit, so it's easier to hit from the end that Awe is batting to hit 6s. Much shorter hit. Yes, the wind is coming into your face. You're hitting into the wind today. So you need to be very careful. And that's a wide. That's much better by Avilash. That's the line and length that he needs. Not bowling into the arc of these 2 batsmen. You can hear there in the background the wind is picking up a little bit. Away looking for the quick single, but is stopped by Amit. And that was the last, it's like the last ball of the over. 23 for none off 3. Amit will continue from the Trilly Bay end. As you can see, the tide has gone out completely now. You'll see it coming back in during the afternoon in the other games. Khurram this time advancing down and squaring that off, and will take his single. Wasn't the shot he was looking to play. It squirts out. Out to point. This one's hit in the air, but it won't. There'll be a bit of spin. It may go for a boundary, and it touches the rope. It's gone for a boundary. Bit of a wild shot there by Awe. His real first shot at anger of the day. Skewed that in the air. Could have gone anywhere. Luckily, he had a bit of spin, which propelled it towards the boundary rope, and he gets his first boundary. This time he hits much cleaner, but straight to the fielder. Another full toss there by Amit, but he gets away with it again. This one's caught away. Oh, just over the fielder. Still a little bit of risk involved. Just went over the fielder's arms. It looked like Druv, who was the fielder, number 22 there. And they've moved him now. That's an awful thing to do. He's gone to the square. And that one's caught away again. Another boundary. Awe definitely opening up his shoulders this time. 3 boundaries in this over. This is hurting UCC. They clearly need a wicket very quickly. How can Amit respond to this? He's bowled the same ball twice now. He has to do something different. Slower maybe. This time it's a full toss. And he beats the fielders. They'll race away for... Won't hit the boundary this time. Well chased by the UCC players. And they'll come back for 2. A really good over there by Kerry. 15 off that. And it's 38 for no loss after 4. I have a feeling that UCC might change bowlers here now. I think Divesh is coming on. I'll just ask one of the UCC players. Yeah, looks like Divesh is going to replace Abhilash. Divesh Sangani. Starting to get a bit clearer here now. The clouds have lifted, and I see a bit of blue cloud or blue sky there in the distance over my right shoulder. Coming off the Atlantic. Hopefully that's a sign of good things for the rest of the day. First ball now. It's another medium pacer. This one is struck really well by Kuram, and that'll go for a boundary. No matter what UCC are doing, Kerry are finding the right shot. It's 5 boundaries in the day and 1 6. Kuram on 16 off 10 and Awe on 17 off 15. That one's high in the air. This time it will be stopped, it looks like. Oh, and it's not, hasn't been stopped. Fortunately, the UCC fielder used his feet and it seemed to have rolled on afterwards. Use your hands. That's 2 consecutive 4s now. Kerry starting to motor. He's just bowling the right lengths there for for Kuram as he hits a 3rd boundary in a row. That brings the 50 up for Kerry in 4.3 overs. The shout from the Kerry team are a great start, lads, and indeed it is. Really rocking at 10s at this stage. UCC will be hoping to get out of this power play, definitely trying to get under 60 so they can get on top of these Kerry players. This time, good work there behind the stumps by Albert, but it's a wide ball. I think what is required here now is to take a bit of pace off. These two batsmen like it, the ball coming onto the bat. This time that's well struck there, straight down, fielded by Varun. It's for a single. At long on. Brings Awe to the on strike. What can Awe do this time? It's well run there by the Kerry batsman. 53 partnership now here. Very important for them not to lose wickets in the power play. But equally, UCC know now they have a battle on their hands and they need to take a wicket very quickly. Last ball of Divish is over, and it's a good ball. Oh, there's a mistake here. Oh, that would have been a run out. Crazy running between the wickets when there was no need to. Khurram, did he value his wicket? But very sloppy work in the field by UCC. It was just a block. And that's the end of the over. 54 off 5. Now there are the heads of UCC come together and Kunal will replace Amit. Kunal number 2. Let's see if Kunal can wrestle this UCC team back into the competition. Starts bowling down leg, and that's whipped away by Khurram just for a single. Sun has come out now. I was talking to someone the other day who was saying every time you go down to Kerry you bring the rain. Nice bright day now. That one's flicked as well. Off the pads by Awe. Beautiful shot. Flicked to square. 4 runs. There's 2 balls now that Kunal has bowled down leg. That one was a shot of the day for me. Last over of the power play. This time is an appeal for LBW. Looked a bit high to me. They'll still scramble for a single, but it should be... Is it a leg by? No, it's a single. Good running between this pair, who bring up the 60. Unlucky for a 2 there. Curum likes to advance down the wicket. Meanwhile, at the Mardyke, between Cork County and Middleton, Cork County won the toss and elected to bowl, and Middleton are 4 without loss after 2 overs. Important game for these two teams. That one's well struck, and that's going to go all the way. Just missing the players in the pavilion for a 6. Awe Saiger showing his true class. 13 off the over so far. Ball is retrieved and straight back to Amit. Heads are a bit down here now for UCC. Who can lift them? There's 1 ball remaining in Kunal's over. He hits that one, and this time it's even a better shot. That lands. Another 6 by Awe. Picked that up so well. Hit it sweetly. And hit the batting cage over to the left of the screen. Fantastic shot. Ends the power play. 73 without loss. Kerry most definitely on top. I think Blanche would have enjoyed that hit there by Awe. So change of bowling again by UCC. And it is Sidar. Sidar help. And Coram hits a single off the first ball. This time, welcomed dot by UCC. And well fielded there by the bowler. Off his own bowling. Showing a bit of effort in the field. 2 consecutive dots, a rarity at the moment. This time that's well hit, struck towards me and my car. That's so close to my car there. Another full toss there, and the result by Awe, another 6. I had to close my eyes. Might have to move the car in a second. Oh, and it's gone. Brilliant. I don't know whether that was bowled or stumped. He advanced down the wicket. I'm going to call it a stumping. It was brilliant by Albert, if it was. And the welcome wicket comes in the 7th over. And it looks like Alam Murshed will come to the crease, number 3. So fantastic knock there by Away. 80 for 1 off 6.5. Good bit of work there by UCC. They would have been thrilled now at this stage to get that wicket. But another dangerous player comes to the crease. I think pace off is the way to go. Lamb pushes his first ball to end that over. And a better over there by UCC, just conceding the 7 runs. 80 for 1 off 7. Looks like Amit is coming back on. Replacing Kunal. That's well struck there, and it might be taken, and it is taken. What a catch to dismiss Kura Mikbal for 29, 2 and 3 balls. Has the tide turned? Not in Tralee Bay, but here at the Oyster Oval. Rizwan takes the catch there. And it is Niall Riaz who'll come to the crease. Niall has been in good form this year, having played last year in Australia. And he goes for a bit of a suicide run, and Albert looks for the run out. Nothing given. He looked to be back into his crease. Not a great start for Niall. Hit it straight to the fielder. Looked to scamper for a single. $80 for 2. Meanwhile, in the Mardyke, Middleton are 24 for 2 off 3.5. 2 wickets in an over there for Hamdullah Safi. That one just missed. Christian Laubersham out for 13, bowled, and Summit for a duck bowled as well. So it's a dot ball there, the last ball. And he's beaten him again. They're now clapping a lot out in the field, UCC. They're feeling, has this match started to swing their way? Despite it being 80 for 2. That looked to be a bit wide, and yes, so umpire Declan signals a wide ball. This time he finds the gap for a single. One ball to come in this over. A wicket and 2 runs so far. So well done to the captain for bringing Amit back. One ball remaining. It's a fuller ball. This time drives it down towards long on for a single. That ends the 8th over. 83 for 2 off 8. At the crease there in Cork County, it's Magic Khan on 8 and Rob Smith on nothing at the moment off 2 balls. Stefano is bowling currently, but back here Siddhartha bowling his second over. Starts with a dot. This time he bowls slightly down leg and Lamb pushes it for an easy single on the leg side. This competition turned into a league last year, where before there were 2 groups of 3. With 2 semi-finals and a finals day. So it's actually evolved quite well in Munster. The winner obviously represents Munster in the All-Ireland T20 semi-finals. Last year, Cork Harlequins were the winners of the Munster League and defeated the Hills in that semi-final, but were outclassed by CIMYMS in the Mardyke. So a lot to offer here for Munster teams. This one is floated in lovely over the eye line of Niall. Just 1 off the over so far. This time he's bowled him. And Niall Riaz is gone. He was looking a little bit uncomfortable out there. Went for a wild hit. Don't think he knew where he was going to hit that one. And he's bowled. Now the tails are up for UCC. And it looks like Imran Pathan is coming to the crease. Another wicket here from UCC, and they'll certainly be right back in this game. Remember, Kerry were 70 odd for the loss of 70 odd for the loss of no wicket after the power play, and nearly 3 overs later they're 3 down with about 9 runs to their name. That's great bowling there by Sid. And just 1 run and a wicket off that over. Very economical, Sid is. Just 8 runs and 2 wickets off his 2 overs. Meanwhile, Cork County have struck another wicket as Safi gets another one. Bowled again. That's 3 for Safi. 2.3 overs, 3 for 7. Fantastic return for that guy. And looks like Amit will continue for his 4th. This time it's a full toss, low full toss. This is his last over. He was economical in his last one. What can Alam do to this ball? Shorter this time. He'll just push that into the covers for a single. Nice full ball there for Imran. Blocks that one. Sun is shining on the mountains now. They look amazing at this time of the year. He's hit that quite well. But Prem feels well as well, just down by the boundary rope towards the clubhouse. Picks up his first single of the day. This pair now need to settle for a while. Wait until the last 5 until they go big. Looked a bit wide, but umpire decides no, that's within the tram lines. Dot ball again. 2 off this over. Will he see out his spell with a dot ball or a wicket? That's what he's hoping for. Oh, and pushes Alam back into the crease and gets out of jail there. Fantastic last 2 overs for Amit. His 4 overs went for 22. You'll be happy with that. Anything under 6 and you're happy in the T20. 5.5 economy with a wicket. Happy days. So that run rate, which was at 11 at one stage, is now down to 8.6. So UCC have fought back into this game. They've done really well. Kerry now have to rebuild for a little bit. Couple of overs, just knocking the ball around. Would be wanting to hit at least 6 and over at this stage. And you'll be looking at about 150, 160. This time, Imran tried to play the same shot that Niall did. He was lucky to get out of that one. But he picks up a single. Well floated in again. And good running between the wickets from the Kerry pair. So I think for the next few overs, definitely they'll be looking for a runner ball here. UCC have pushed a guy out at the deep square. He floats this one in, yeah. Sid is bowling incredibly well now for UCC. This one is swept by Alam. They look for two. Should get it, and they do. Quite easily in the end. 91 for 3. One ball remaining in the 11th over. That one pushed Alam right back. So he tried to look to cut that, but it stopped in gully. That's the end of the over. 91 for 3 off 11. Sid being the pick of the bowlers at the moment. 3 overs, 2 for 13 with an economy of 4.3. And it looks like Varun will replace Amit. Varun, a stalwart of UCC cricket. Right arm over the wicket as umpire Declan lets the batsman knows. And I've just seen 3 chairs in synchronized, and that's pulled away by Imran. He'll pick up his first boundary of the morning. Big roar from the Kerry contingent. He just pulled that one. It wasn't a great ball, and I think Varun would admit that. This one's fuller, and he goes again, and this time it's even bigger. That's gone for a maximum. Varun has yet to find his length, and it's costing UCC here 10 runs off 2 balls. Imran now, with just those 2 balls, have hit his strike rate to 185. 13 off 7. Much better length there by Varun. Floated that up fuller. Imran was able to cut that for a single. I think his motto is go big or go home. He's going big at the moment. That one sliced away, and well, that's great fielding there by Druv. At backward point. Saves his team a single, if not more. Again, a full toss. It's the 3rd full toss in a row. Third full toss in this over. Lamb just pulls that out. Just for a single. Better length this time. It's either full or a full toss for Varun at the moment. That's the end of the over. Kerry 104 for 3 off 12 overs. A very good over there for Kerry, when the last 4 had gone for nothing. So a discussion now by the heads of UCC. I wonder what departments they're all studying out of or working out of in UCC. Be interesting to find out. IT and medicine and... Is there a change of bowling? Devesh will come back on again from the road end. That one's a bit fuller. He seems to bowl a lot of full balls. Gets away with this one as Imran tries to drive it down the ground. That one is full again. This time he may go all the way for a boundary, and it does. Crosses over the boundary rope. UCC not helping themselves. Of course, as you can see there, many walkers along the greenway coming right behind the ground. Some will stop to have a look. Some of them wouldn't know what this game is. Bit of a curiosity for them. Oh, that's caught away. That's a beautiful cut by Imran, evading Albert's gloves for another boundary. Imran quickly has moved to 23 off 12. Delicate cut. This one is whipped away onto the leg side, where Sid will field. Back into Divyesh. Good rotation of strikes here by these two batsmen. Partnership now of 29. Another full toss. This time there'll be no run. Divyesh has lost that length completely. Needs to settle. And Fuller again. Lamb hits it with the toe of his bat. Just gets enough on it for a single. That's the end of the over. 114 for 3 off 13. They've started to increase that run rate now. Gone now to 8.7 and over. They'll be looking for about 160, 170. Anything above that, it'll be difficult for UCC to chase. Especially with the likes of Yaqub Ali, Always Gower, Kazim. There's some good, and even Khurram, there's some good bowlers that Kerry possess. So they will keep Varun, which I'm surprised about. 13 off his first over. Needs to get his length right. Lamb happily just to push that on leg. I believe I haven't put up the... Apologies for that. It seems I didn't have the scorecard up on the screen. Thanks for someone for telling me that. The big six there by Imran. 3 4s and 2 6s now from his 30 runs. That one's floating. That's a beautiful ball. Much better by Varun. This time, Imran just pushes it back down the ground for a single. 2 balls remaining in this over. This one is just hiked away to deep square. Good fielding by the UCC players. By Alam for a single. Meanwhile, it's halfway stage in the Middleton innings and they're 48 for 4 of 10. This one is a huge shot that might go into the sea. Huge shot there by Imran. His third 6 of the afternoon or the morning. Moves to 37. Kerry are 129 for 3. 6 overs remaining. This could go to 200. I think they're actually looking in the long grass down at the end of the boundary. Thought had gone all the way into Tralee Bay, which is not a mockery. It's actually has been done before. There's a thin walkway at the where you're looking down, and then there's a wall, and then you have Tralee Bay. Meanwhile, at the Mardyke, Milton are 55 for 4 off 10.5. Magic Khan was bowled by Safi but for 10. Laboucher was bowled by Safi for 13. And again, Safi got his third bowling summit for a duck. Rob Smith is not out. On 17, Kashid Javid was caught by Ross Doherty, bowled by Stefano for a duck. And the captain, Zuhair Shah, is not out at the moment. 6 off 11 balls with 9 extras. Pick of the bowlers has to be Safi. Hamdullah Safi, 4 overs, 3 for 11. Good going there. And Stefano, 2 overs, 1 for 8. Bowling at the moment is Dermot Kerry. And Nabil Anjum has bowled 1 just for 3 runs. Looks like a change of ball now. We wait in anticipation of who's going to bowl this next over. Is it going to be Divyesh? 45 has been thrown the ball and looks like Sid. So change of bowling again. Sid will bowl his last over. Pick of the bowler so far. 2 wickets. Only 13 off it. Lamb being the more conservative player out there. I think his job is to stay there till the end of the innings and possibly just to get the more aggressive players on strike, which Imran has proved to be. I think the UCC team had a plan coming in of just to bowl full. But unfortunately for them, yes, the full balls are not bad, but they're bowling way too many full tosses. You really do have to execute those balls pretty correctly. Alam then gets off strike. Here's the wicket that they want. Floated in. Good bit of bowling here by Sid. Taking pace off, mixing up variations, paces. Just put a bit of doubt into the batsman's mind. Tries to cut, drives that actually through the covers. Will come back for 2. Good running between the wickets for this pair. 2 balls remaining in this over. Just 3 off it so far. Sid is very miserable with the amount of runs that concede. Much better drive there. Too long off. Just for a single. The Lamb could just dot this up now. Last ball. To give Imran. Keep Imran on strike for the next over. Oh, but he's going to go big. And that's gone for a boundary. Just a 4, wasn't well hit. Not with a bit of anger. But he'll pick up his first boundary of the morning. He moves to 15. County Kerry moved to 137 for 3. Unfortunate for Sid. That was the only boundary off his whole spell, which was really good. 4 overs, 2 for 21. An economy of 5.25. 5 overs remaining now. I think UCC might be a little bit behind time, so they can't spend too much time chatting among themselves. There could be penalty runs added. There's 6 penalty runs added for if you go over your time allocated. Kerry now looking for, who's that? Imran looking for another pair of gloves. He's only faced 21 balls, and no way his hands are sweating. Drove looks to come back into the attack. It's his first ball of the day. That one's off the knee roll, and there's an appeal for LBW, but it's just gone down leg. Dot ball. That went well down leg. And Imran does a kind of a twisty shot. I've seen one or two players in my day do the old spiral kind of twisty shot. Just pushes it around the corner. Drove the left-hander. Might think about coming round. That one's well struck. Oh, this is big. This is absolutely huge. And that one, this time, has gone over the wall into Tralee Bay. Big six there by Imran. Moves to 47. 3 4s and 4 6s. Went straight. Beautiful straight hit. Canada. Whatever the way that the tide is going. That was an enormous hit. Meanwhile, out in the Mardyke, Milton have moved to 65 for 5 off 13 runs. I think they've found the ball and they're going to clean it up. Take some of that salt out. With Zuhair Shah being caught by Ishan O'Sullivan, bowled by Dermot Kerry. Rob Smith has moved to 28 off 24. And Naman Gandhi is 9 off 6 balls. So we're looking here, will it be about 200? More than likely about 180, 190 at this stage. The run rate has moved up again to 9s. They had 3-4 good overs, UCC. Unfortunately, they weren't able to sustain that. And with Imran coming in, he's really taken them apart. This time it went down leg and it definitely is wide this time. I think Drove is bowling too straight. He's not moving that ball across the right-hander. Should be aiming for those gloves of Albert. And yes, this time he does go. This time there's a chance for a catch. Oh! It's dropped. And unfortunately for the the player. He's pushed it over the ropes for a 6. And that means Imran gets a 50 off 25 balls, 3 4s and 5 6s. Dove was so unlucky there. Made the right decision to come round, to get that ball to move into Imran. But unfortunately, he pushed it way down leg. And Imran, don't bowl on his legs, man. Much better ball this time. And that's the end of the over. 152 for 3 off 16. Imran on 53 and Alam Morshed on 16. Partnership of 68. Really valuable partnership. How it has swung back and forward. Kerry in the power play. The next 4 or 5 overs was all UCC, picking up 3 wickets for hardly any runs. And suddenly, within the space of 2 or 3 overs, Kerry have accelerated. Their now run rate is the 9.5. Avilash will continue. Had 2 poor overs at the beginning of the innings. Has gone for 21. UCC, in fairness to them, they don't play in the Premier Division. They play in Division 1 and have yet to win a Premier T20 match since last year, since they first joined. And there's another 4. Alam picks up his second boundary. He's starting to motor now, but they're definitely working really hard to get up to that standard. This time Sid was looking for a bouncer, but instead he gets it all wrong and it's a wide. Puts more pain on the UCC team. But yet they've got some great batsmen. And who knows? Well struck there by Alam. And well fielded by Varun. He had to come along 20 yards, 10 yards, sorry, to get that ball. Alam will follow up with a pair. The runs. Oh, that's a beautiful shot by Alam, but well fielded there. Look to do a kind of an uppercut. We'll pick up a single. All the shots are coming out today. This one's pulled away and that will go for a 6. As I say, the boundaries are well in on this side of the ground due to remedial works that were ongoing for the last 2 months. So UCC will be eyeing up the short boundary just as well as Imran has, as he takes his 6th 6. All the 6s. He moves to 59 off 27 balls with a strike rate of 218. Some great top-class hitting here by Imran. And follows it up with a single. 1 ball remaining in this over. 15 off it so far. Full toss. Straight to the keeper. That's the only dot of the over. Partnership of 83 now. 167 for 3. Off 17 overs. In down at the Mardyke, Middleton are now 94 for 6. Rob Smith continues, 36 not out. Naman Gandhi was bowled by Nabil Anjum, while Jose George is 4 off 4 balls. What can they get down in the Mardyke? 130, maybe 140. Unfortunately, they don't have many wickets left, but if Rob Smith is still there, you never know, anything could happen. .66 now for Imran. Massive 6 there. Better by Kunal there, look for 2. And Alam may struggle to get it back, but he does. Well run by this pair. I wonder if maybe it's a bit early, but is Imran thinking, is there 100 on here? He's certainly playing like as though it is. Oh, there's an appeal for a cop behind, and there is. Oh God, commentator's curse. Sorry, Imran. And Imran falls on 68 with 7 sixes and 3 fours. Some powerful hitting there by the young man. But equally a good catch. Caught behind by Albert. Picks up his 2nd wicket of the day. First one being a stumping. I think that is Owe or Kazim. Has come to the crease. Let me find out. Kaz who'll face his first ball. Well struck by him there. They look for 2, but just the 1. Lamb now is the set batsman, so I think he may start to try and hit out here. Just 2.2 overs remaining in this innings. Plays that off the legs. They'll look for a 2, but they'll just get the single. At this stage, UCC will be happy for anything under 200. Is that going to be an impossible task for them in their innings? Kaz takes a step down, playing a miss. That's the end of the over. 177 for 4. Two overs remaining. Abhilash will continue with his final over with a Lamb on 24. County Kerry 177 for 4. It's been a really good performance by the batting side today. This time it's wide. Appeal for a cop behind there by Albert. Lamb puts a single. In the Mardyke, Middleton have moved to 124 for 6 off 16.5. Rob Smith nearing his 50. Kaz not happy with that sweep shot there. Just picks up a single. Looks at the bat. Can't blame your equipment. Brings the set a Lamb on the strike. This time it's wide again. Davilash. Again not finding that line. Needs to be more sharper towards the back end of the innings. This time Lamb picks that one up sweetly. Up over the head of the deep square. For his first maximum of the day. Moves Kerry to 187 for 4 off in the 19th over. And a lovely looking shot there. He drives that down. Will he split the fielders? He does, and it's gone over the boundary. Fantastic shot there by Alam Murshid, and that for me is the shot of the day. Straight past the bowler, split the fielders. He moves to 35. 191 for 4. Gorgeous looking shot there by Alam. That'll be a welcomed dot ball. He pulls that one again, and this time it's taken. A good catch there by UCC. And Alam has to depart on 35. A really, really good innings by Alam. So motion joins Kaz as Kunal continues in this, the final over. Great catch there by Rizwan to dismiss Alam. And it's bowled. He gets a first bowler. Kunal gets his first wicket of the day. Sorry, his second wicket of the day. And it's Cameron who joins the party. Four balls remaining in this innings. Wild swipe there by Cameron. Just pick up a single. Oh, chance for a run out. Fuller ball this time. They'll look for two. They'll just get the one. Frantic end to this innings. 194 for 6. Big swing. It's gone all the way. That's the 6 that they wanted to get the 200. Cameron with a huge 6. 200 up. 1 ball remaining. Swing hard. And you get your reward sometimes. Slower ball this time. Oh, it's a bit of a fumble there. They'll look for 2. Thrown back. They're going to go for 3. And they'll run 3. It's gone village. It's gone village. 3 buys there. Crazy end to this innings. And Kerry finish on 203. So please join us. I'm just going to check with Declan whether there are any penalty runs. And let's see. And I'll come back. Join us in about 5-10 minutes for the start of the UCC innings. So currently it is 203 for 6. Let me just check. I haven't seen any time penalties added yet, but I shall find out. Thank you. So, just confirming there were no time penalties by umpire Declan early. So the guys will come out and resume in a few minutes' time. Let's have a look quick at the scorecard. Awe Sagir, 41 off 24 with 4 fours, 3 sixes. Was stumped by Albert, bowled by Sid. Kuram was caught by Rizwan, bowled by Amit for 29. Alam Morshed, caught by Rizwan, bowled by Avilash for 35. 3 fours and 1 6. Nail Riaz, bowled by Sid for 1. Imran Patan, caught by Albert, bowled by Kunal for 68 with 3 fours and 7 sixes. Kaz was not out on 4. Motion Taj bowled first bowler for Duck, and Cameron Mohammed not out on 7. There were 18 extras, 203. Pick of the bowlers for UCC were 2 for Kunal with 38 runs, and Sid for his 4 overs, 2 for 21. Avlash and Amit also picked up wickets. And so that's the total over in the innings of Milton has finished, and they scored 156 for 8 of their 20 overs, with Majid Khan on 10, Christian Laubuscher on 13, Summit with a duck, Rob Smith not out on 56, 5 fours and 2 sixes, a good knock by him. The tail wagged then with Zuhair Shah on 6. Naman Gandhi with 14. 1 4 and 1 6. Jose George 22 off 15. 1 4 and 1 6. And Robin Sebastian on run out on 18 with 2 fours and 1 6. Pick of the bowlers there for Cork County, and with Kerry and Anjum picking up a wicket each. So all to play for down the Mardyke. I think it's a bit under par. Should be looking for about 160, 170 there. But here in the Oyster Oval, County Kerry scored 203, and I've just been handed the DLS. Thank you very much, Declan. So UCC will resume 2 or 3 minutes. Bit of spots of rain around. That DLS sheet might come in handy there in a while. But a good crowd starting to come into the venue on this sad occasion, really, when we look back on the life and Blanche Rutland, who passed away sadly yesterday. Stalwart of County Cricket, County Kerry Cricket Club. And we think about her family today. Richie, Sean, Ian and the wider family. And all the members of County Kerry. Let's not forget Dave here as well, who's in attendance at today's match. Pretty sad day, but I think Blanche will be would have enjoyed that innings by Kerry. So welcome back to the Oyster Oval, where skipper or Yaqub Ali will open the proceedings for County Kerry, and you have Rizwan and Albert, who are at the crease, with Rizwan facing Yaqub, the wily Yaqub, who seems to be bowling for 10-20 years. And off he goes. That's a wide ball. So UCC get a gimme. First ball of the over. This time that is driven down, and there might be a couple here. They're very slow to take off there, Albert and Rizwan. But nice looking shot. Brings Albert on strike for the first time. The left-hander. Good to see a left-hand, right-hand combination. And he goes for a big strike. That goes over the outfield, and that'll go for a boundary. Great start there by Albert, showing intent from the first ball. Kerry now move the field. Slip is taken out. Alam will go into a cover. This one's a bit more air this time. Albert will get a single off that. Out to mid-on. Looking for a single, but that nearly hit Yaqub in the hand. He was very close there. Aggressive fielding by Kerry. Dot ball though. 2 balls remaining in this over. 7 off it. UCC have to go big from the start, unfortunately for them. That's pulled in the air. That could be caught, and it could be the first wicket. Yes, and it's caught. First wicket of the day. Albert has to go, unfortunately for him. It was the correct shot, but it seemed to have topped edged. And it looks like Rizwan will be joined by Sid. Sorry, that was Rizwan who's gone out. Ball was caught by Mosen. So wicket in the first over. This unfortunately could be a close game or could be a mismatch, considering UCC have to achieve 10 and over. They look for a single, they won't get it. So very good start there for Kerry, getting a wicket in the first over. UCC are 7 without loss. So Awes will start his spell from the Tralee Bay end. With Albert on strike. His first shot of the day was a lovely looking 4. What can he do here now? They'll look to hit a single, yeah, and he was looking to drive that down the ground like he did the first time. This time it was a fuller ball. Moved a couple of steps though. But he picks up a single. Good running between the wickets. Right-hander Sid. Fuller ball this time as well. Both teams seem to be bowling full today. And Sid picks up his first run of the afternoon. And it is the afternoon now. It's 12 o'clock. Kerry won't mind any singles or twos. It's boundaries that are the key to this game. That's pulled away, and that might go for a boundary. Yes, it does. Just flips over the rope. And Sid gets his first boundary of the afternoon. Welcomed boundary there. 14 for 1 off 1.4. Two balls remaining here. Dave has kindly offered a cup of tea for me, so I'll gratefully accept. Oh, that's a kind of a top edge there by Sid. Lucky to get away with that. No slips in play here for the Kerry team. But we'll find another boundary. 11 off this over so far. UCC need to continue the way they're batting. Unfortunately, they'll have to take risks at times, and that one was a risky shot. They look for the single, but this time it's a dot ball. At the end of the over, 18 for 1 off 2 overs. Required run rate is 10.33. And the Cork County Middleton match. Middleton have struck early with Saeed Ayman, who used to play for Cork for Middleton, out for a duck. Cork County are 8 for 1 off 1.2 overs. Christian Laubersham bowling the first for 8, and Ali Nasir 1 wicket so far off his 2 balls. It's I think could be the pro coming in a sec. Stefano. Meanwhile, back in the Oyster Oval, there's a change of bowling. with Coram coming in to the attack. Two dot balls to start. Really good start by Coram. I think they should have a deep square out for this pull shot that Albert is looking to do. This time he adjusts himself. He came down there looking for a second. They'll come back and they possibly will, and they'll get a second. Good running for UCC here. Well adjusted. He came down the track. Curran bowled a bit wider and Albert was able to adjust himself to cut that ball. Big swing and a miss there by Albert. Field dot balls here are not helping the UCC cause. What did his captain say to him? Go and hit big. Pinch hitter. Again, he takes a step down. Head was slightly in the air. Needs to steady himself. Needs to focus on getting bat to ball. Tempted pull there. I was thinking that might happen. Thank you to Dave there. A nice cup of tea. With a tea bag. Flick the tea bag. And that's the end of the over. Brilliant over there by Coram. Just 2 off it. That run rate starting to climb now. Up to 10.82. Looks like Albert is not happy with his bat. This might help his cause. Away continues from the Tralee Bay end. Hi, Joe. Sid gets a bit of bat to that, takes the single. Left-hander Albert now. 9 off 10. He won't be happy with that strike rate. Meanwhile, down the Mardyke, Cork County have moved to 13 for 1 of 2.2. It's a bit wider, yes, and they'll run the extra. So 2 wides there. And what a shot there by Sid. Beautiful 6 into cow corner. Sailed over the boundary rider. It's the shot that they needed. 9 off this over now. Required run rate is 10.5. So another few lofty blows by him is required. What can Awe do to wrestle this over back? Bowl's a bit shorter. Two balls left. He pulls this one now. Final ball remaining. Two balls remaining. Oh, is there a run? They're looking to get a run. That's good bit of work there by the two batsmen. It hit the stumps. There were no fingertips on it. And Albert decided, I'm gone. Slower ball this time. Alam, classy Alam, falls to the floor. And it's a dot ball. That ends the the fourth over. UCC need 173 off 96 balls. The required run rate now nearly hitting the 11 mark. 10.81. Coram will continue against Albert, the left-hander. Albert struggled against him when he faced Coram in the last over. What can he do now? He changed bats in the meantime. Will this bat help him? Stays still this time. He advances, and it's a wide ball. I think this tactic of coming down the wicket to Coram isn't helping him, because Coram can see him and he'll bowl that little bit wider so he doesn't make contact. And he's also got a 45 in place. Okay. Well, this time he does get enough bat on it and it will trickle over the boundary. Coram did bowl wider again. This time that was the shot he was looking for, and it stopped on the boundary magnificently by Niall Riaz. Fabulous bit of work there by Niall. They just get a single for that, but it was well struck there by Albert. It's all happening here at the Oval. Six off this over so far. They'll look for a single, and they'll get it. A lovely bit of running there between this pair. We've now put on a partnership of 30. Oh, an attempted catch there. That was very unlucky, but it looked like Usman, but great effort by Usman. Albert will pick up his second boundary of this over against Coram. He's winning this battle. $13 off this over so far. 2 balls remaining. Oh, and the swing and a miss. Much better ball there by Coram. I think what is needed now is a bit of pace off. Test the batsmen, their skills. It's easier for the batsmen if there is a bit of pace on the ball, they can work it. That's well struck again by Albert. Just for a single, and he'll keep strike. It's the end of the over. UCC 43 for 1 off 5. An actual really good start by them. Unfortunately for them, the required run rate is 10.73, where they're at the moment is 8.6. At Cork County are 21 for 1 off 4. Chasing 156. They require 136 off 16 overs at 8.5 an over. So that one could be a really good battle down at the Mardyke today. Ross Durity is 11 off 12 balls, and Stefano is 7 off 10. With some big hitters coming though, it could be a tight one down there. And now we change the bowler. Awe is off. And Owe is on. Owe in the old school County Kerry kit. And he starts off well with a dot ball. The new kit is more of a darker navy with green on top. Well, this kit is as green as it can get, really. Albert strikes that one, and it's gone through the fielder. Well struck with power and panache. He picks up his 4th boundary of the afternoon. Took a couple of steps down, dispatched it, went through the fielder, was at pace. I think that went through the hands of Coram. He'll go again. This time it's fielded by Awe. Five off this over so far. Right-handed Sid. Oh, steps away. He sees something in the distance. Don't know what it could be. Tide is out at the moment. Sun is shining on the mountains across Tralee Bay. Slower ball, and he's bowled him. Off stump. Good bit of bowling there. Unfortunately for Sid. Partnership of 41. He goes out on 18. 2 4s and 1 6. And Samantu joins Albert. Tall figure of Samantu. And he plays that down leg. Out to the 45 of Yaqub Ali. He gets off the mark. Left-hander Albert, still at the crease on 25. Very dangerous player Albert is. An exceptional wicketkeeper as well. Slower ball there by Owe, and God, it just missed the top of the stumps. Looks up to the skies. How did that miss, he asks. Beautiful slow ball there, and a really good over. Just 6 off it, 1 wicket, and that run rate has now finally gone over the 11 mark. Some tight bowling going on down in the Mardyke as Cork County are 23 for 1 off 5. That run rate is climbing up to about 9 and over now. Still a lot of time there for Cork County to bring that down. And it's the end of the power play here. And it looks like Alam Morshed will take over from Khurram Iqbal. Both teams are swapping around their bowlers a lot today. And it will be Samantu. An appeal for a stumping there. Good ball by Alam. Tried to make Samantu reach for that ball. Clever bowler Alam is. Let's see what Samantu does for this second ball. Field his spread now. 5 outside the circle. Full toss. That could be an attempted catch. Oh! And it's palmed over the boundary for 6 runs. It's the short boundary. It was a poor ball by Alam. Should have been taken. Kerry players are telling their own player use 2 hands instead of 1. But to be fair, that area of the ground has a lot of sand on it, and it is difficult to actually run to the ball there. This time a much better ball by Alam. Full, outside off, half appeal for a caught behind. Dot ball. Wide this time. Some bit of sharp work out there. Seven off this over. Need to get that run rate up. And that's a great looking ball. It was the same, similar to what he bowled the first ball of his spell. Getting really exciting here now. Floats that one in. Another dot ball. Massive pressure here now on Samantu. Needs to find something here. Has to be either a boundary or a 6. This time they'll get a couple of runs. It may trickle down all the way down for a boundary. It'll be stopped by the rope. Good fielding there, and they'll pick up 2 runs. 9 off that over. Run rate climbs to 11.23. Meal went down at the Mardyke after the first power play. Cork County were 30. They're now 31 for 1 off 6.1 overs. Chasing run rate of 9.11. So if wherever you are around, if you're in Cork or down here in Tralee, you should come out and go and watch a bit of good cricket today. It should be an exciting day. 3 games taking place at the Mardyke and 3 games taking place here in the Oyster Oval. And as we speak, some of the Limerick players are starting to arrive. I see stalwart of Limerick cricket, Shani Alam in a Christmas hat. Dot ball there by Owe to Albert. .25 off 21. They need to pick up a few boundaries in this over. Dot ball here. Goodbye. Another one of their better players, Tim Smithies, comes by for Limerick. Sporting a nice mullet, and Albert goes for the big shot. Looks like Niall Riaz fields out in deep square. It's for a single. They look for 2 here to just get the single. Partnership of 12 here, developing nicely, but unfortunately for UCC, not enough boundaries between this pair. They need to pick up the pace a bit. Owe is bowling really, really well. That's a swing and a miss. Looks like Imran is behind the stumps today. He's keeping really, really well. Just 8 off. Always kind of 1.5 over so far. Excellent economy. Slower ball. And Albert just cuts that one past the umpire just for a single. He'll take strike in the next over. So that's 61 for 2 off 8. And no doubt this is one of the overs that they have to target. Alam Morshed bowling his second over. You feel that in the next 2 overs they really have to go for it. They have a lot of wickets left to play with. It's nearly at 12s at this stage. Full toss. Albert won't be happy with that. Didn't catch the middle of the bat, and looks like Albert is half limping there. I think he's picked up an injury. Samantha has to do a bit of damage now. You can hear the bags being rolled past the outdoor microphone. The boom mic. Fuller ball there by Alam. Well played by Samatu, but still they haven't found a boundary in the last few overs. It really needs to happen now. Now or never. What an unusual ball that was. I don't think Albert knew what he was doing. He just hit the top of his bat and just left it. Owe will continue for his third over. This time, Samantha slices that one, misfielded. There was an overthrow, could have been two, but just ended up in one. What a take there by Imran. Good bowling, but it's a wide ball. 67 for 2 off 9. Required run rate now at 12.65. In the Mardyke, Cork County are 52 for 1 off 8 overs. That one's high in the air by Albert. There's a call, always calling for it, and he takes it going backwards. What a great catch there by Owe. Deserved that one. And that's Albert's innings over. He had a good start, but he looked uncomfortable towards the end of his innings. I think he has a bit of an injury. He's back again. As I see some of the players from yesterday. Gone from Division 3 to Premier. So Captain Navam comes to the crease. First ball was a dot. Second ball is a single. Samantha hits that one out to cover. Just for a single. Did say that this was an important over for UCC. Unfortunately, Kerry have got the better of them, especially Owe. That one is played cut away for a welcome boundary. The first in about 3. UCC moved to 73 for 3. Unfortunately, the required run rate is now 13.
Oh, no.
So back at the Middleton UCC or Middleton Cork County match. Cork County are 59 for 1 off 9. Middleton chasing Middleton's 156. Required run rate now is 8.91. So they're keeping it going. Stefano doing the job for Cork County with 5 boundaries as a Lambour shed continues from the road end, the Spa road end. They'll pick up a single. Lamb bowling his third. What can Navam do? Drives that down the ground. Just for a single. Happy to play around with it for a little bit. Needs to find his eye. Get his eye in. I don't think he needs to find his eye, but... This time that's driven in the air. There might be a couple out of this. There's no real urgency by UCC to push these singles. And they pick up a couple. And that's a catch. Oh, that was dropped by Niall Riaz. Hate to call him out, but should have been taken. Bounced out of his hands. This time of the match, you'd be expecting UCC to start taking risks. Looked to be a bye there. Last ball of the over. Run rate again climbing. They need to score a boundary. Samata goes for it, but unfortunately he can't get enough bat on it. They're looking for an overthrows. This time they don't get it. The shout from away is, lads, take it easy. So 1 coming off that. Mantu will keep strike. Remember, coming up now in the next match will be between UCC and Limerick. Looks like the Limerick team have arrived at the ground. Owe will start his last over. That one is bowled fullish length, and they'll pick up 2 here. That one beating the fielder this time. Clever bowling again by Owe. No doubt his slower ball will come into play in a few seconds. That's well struck by Samantu. The grass, length of grass holding it up. Straight back to the bowler by Awe. Or back to the keeper. 83 for 3 off 11. That one's caught away. They'll pick up the single. Just dealing in singles here. Kerry will be very happy with this. This time he's it's really well hit. But unfortunately, again, it won't reach the boundary. They haven't really been targeting this short boundary to the right of your screen. Just 5 off it now. Slower ball, there we go, on cue. They may pick up 2. They look for the double-double. And it's stopped with a foot just by the boundary. I think they've forgotten their hands. Full toss. That may go all the way. There's going to be a catch and it's dropped. That's the second or third catch that has been dropped today. It hasn't been good. The bowlers have kept this Kerry team motoring along, but the fielding hasn't been up to scratch. My humble opinion. Meanwhile, UCC have a mountainous task at this stage. The required run rate is 14.5. OA finishes his allocated overs. Respectable 2 for 25 off 4. 6.25 is the economy. Alam about to finish his overs now. Going to bowl his 4th over. Navam on strike. They're having a chat here. Something's going on. Full toss there by Alam. Unfortunately for Navam, he can't capitalise on that. He replays that stroke. That's where it should have been hit. The remainder of the Limerick players are arriving at the ground. This time, that's well hit. Will it go over? Oh, and it's gone over. 6 runs. Samantha with 2 sixes now. That should have been taken as well. Drop catch. Palmed over. Second time that has been palmed over. He follows that up with a single. Yakuba Ali runs in. Gathers the ball straight back to the bowler. Better fielding by him. 96 for 3. Navam facing. He'll go big. This time will it be caught in the air? And that's gone. Huge 6 there. Straight past the bowler's head. Past the fielder. Big 6. That's the 100 up for UCC. Is it too little, too late? Who knows? They've got 7 overs to get 100. That required run rate has dropped a little bit. But they still have to follow up with another few boundary balls. They'll take a single off this. Brings Samantha, who's on 30 now. On to strike. 30 off 22. Strike rate starting to increase now. Partnership of 36. Beautiful looking stroke. Just chip that one for a single. They'll look for 2. They won't get the 2. The wind blows through the commentary box here. Must batten down the hatches. That's the end of the 13th over. 104 for 3. Meanwhile at the Mardyke. Oh, sorry, and that finishes Lamb's allocated overs. None for 35 off 4 overs. And it looks like Coram is coming back. This time from the Tralee Bay end. He's bowled 2 overs for 14 runs. Meanwhile, at the Mardyke, Cork County requires 73 off 51 balls. Ross Stewart is still there. 33 off 32. And Stefano, 43 off 35 with 6 fours and 1 6. And the first ball is hit square. Out for a single. Brings Navam. Navam on strike. Oh, that's bowled right into his midriff. Great looking ball there. An appeal for LBW. I would imagine that it was going down leg. And probably a bit of height as well involved there. But it's still a valuable dot ball for County Kerry. He looks to ramp that one. Possibly the wrong shot to play. Great to see a bit of innovation, though, trying to creep into UCC's game as they're trying to chase this total down and try and get points on the board, get their first win ever. Another dot ball. There's a swing and a miss. This is a brilliant over by Coram. The pressure getting to the UCC batsman. At this stage now, they need to be taking risks. Coram bowling another. This time it wasn't as full as the last few. They'll just take the single, look for 2, and they're going to come back for 2. back. Is there going to be a chance for a run out? Oh, and Imran misses the stumps. There was a chance for a run out. 2 runs there by Navam. Good fielding. Partnership of 40 now. They'll pick up a single here as keeper runs out, gathers the ball straight back to the bowler. 1 run. Required run rate now at 16s. The task is almost impossible for UCC at this stage. 6 overs to go. 96 runs off 36 balls required. Meanwhile, Cork County are starting to accelerate. They're 97 for 1 off 12.3. Milton are 156 off 8. Or chasing 157 for the win. Looks like the yak will come back on, and that's a big hit. Alam is steadying himself underneath the ball. He can't see it. They'll look for 1. They'll get 2 in the end. He lost the ball. He's got no cap on. Navan moves to 23. This time he pulls that one. Just pick up a single. Brings Samantha to the strikers. He'll hike that one. Looked like a bit of a hike. Well stopped there by the fielder. Brilliant stop there. Made one error earlier on that palmed over a 6. This time he makes up for it, saving a couple of runs. Well struck again. This time it's only a single for Samantha. 6 off this over so far. 2 balls remaining. They need boundaries. Bit wider this time. He looks to pull that one, and should have been a run out. Imran won't be happy with himself. It's a bye in the end. 115 for 3. 1 ball remaining. Samantha just cuts that one and appealed for a run out. Not given. So 116 for 3. 5 overs remaining. UCC need 88 runs. Do they have the personnel to start hitting 4s and 6s? 1s are no good to them at this stage. It looks like Awe has come back. A bit too little too late here now for UCC. Required run rate is 18 on the nose. Navam. But the good thing for UCC is that their running between the wickets has been excellent today. It's no wonder they're in second spot in the Division 1. Remember, this is a step up for UCC. They don't play in the Premier League. Slower ball there by Awe. Clever ball. Very clever ball. Dot ball in the end. They've been a welcomed addition to this competition. This is only their second game in the competition so far this time. And there's a chance for a catch. And it's dropped again. I think that's 5 catches that have gone down now. Kerry are very lucky that they have so many runs in hand. Otherwise they would have been in fierce trouble. Very, very lucky. The drop catches haven't been great today. That one is banged in. The ball hit the bat, would hit his helmet, and the umpire will have a look at his helmet, I would imagine, and he's going to have a little chat, and all is well. Good ball there by Awe. Full toss this time. Samat would just get the single. It's the end of the 16th over. 121 for 3. Meanwhile, Stefano's hit 50 runs with 6 fours and 1 6 off 50 balls. They're cruising to this. They need 52 off 36 balls. Middleton have used 7 bowlers to try and dislodge this pair. It's a partnership of nearly 100 at the moment. That one smashed. What a huge 6. One of the biggest ones of the day, you'll see. Brilliant by Samantha. Run rate is now at 20s. They're looking for 5 more 6s. That's the call. This time he's gone again. It's a bit short. They'll look for 2. Straight back to the bowler and they'll pick up 2. Good running there by UCC. Good to see them showing a lot of intent. The ball held up in the air, so it was difficult for the fielder to try and grab that one. It's a bit wider this time. Sliced away. They'll just pick up the single. Look to cut it with the top of his bat. Samantha moves to 48. Bit of a slower ball this time and a bit of a hike by Navam, but he'll still get picks up a single. Game is virtually over at this stage. And there's a wicket gone down at the Cork County game. It looks like Zuhair has stumped. That one is hit really well. Zuhair has stumped Ross Jurity for 39. That brings Ishan O'Sullivan to the crease. And meanwhile here, Yaqub will bowl his last ball in this over. That one is pulled in the air. That could be taken by Yaqub, but it falls into no man's land. He should have got a boundary out of that ball. It was there for hitting. A 17th over, it's gone. 23. Run rate is at 23.67. 71 off 18 balls. Game looks to be done and dusted here for Kerry. Partnership though. here of 66 for UCC, which is quite good. That one's banged in by Awe, cut away, gone for a boundary. Navam moves to 32. Good bowling again by Awe. 3 outside, 4 outside the circle now. Sorry. That one is pulled in the air. It may not go for a boundary. And just with a bit of spin, yes, it just hops over the boundary. Another boundary for Navam. He moves to 36 off 26. 3 fours and 1 6. 8 runs off this over. UCC putting a bit of respect on their score. No. Slower ball. Has he caught this all the way? And it's gone all the way for a 6. Really good batting here by Navam. A slower ball was dispatched. I didn't think he quite got all of it. And well done to the young lady who's helping, who spotted the ball going into the long grass. Fair play to her. Ball is retrieved back to Awe. His figures are getting a bit destroyed here now. 14 off this over. Run rate gone to 24. It's a better line and length for Awe. I think on this wicket anything short will be dispatched. So you have to bowl fuller. Navam just cuts that for a single. That's the end of the over. He's hugging strike at the moment. 43 off 29. 148 for 3. Cork County require 40 off 28 balls. Jack will continue. Navam takes a couple of steps down. They look for 2. The haul is 2. And they'll get 2. Yaku bowling his final over. Partnership of 83 now, with 150 on the board for UCC. What total can they get up to? And that partnership has been broken as Navam went for a big swing and is bowled by Yaqub Ali. He goes for 45. A good knock there by Navam with 3 fours and 2 sixes. It looks like Varun is coming out to bat. Varun, number 23. Oh, and he's gone. And he's bowled. Unfortunate for Varun. I think Divyesh is coming out, number 6. At this stage, I'd say the call is just swing away. But it's a good opportunity for them to try and hit a few balls before they play Limerick in the next game. Limerick are over to the left-hand corner of your screen, all warming up. Yeah, so... Divesh. So you may see a few... Yeah, people are coming in. It's... Will they crowd the bat is the question. So, hat-trick ball now for Yaqub Ali. I wonder how many hat-tricks he's had in his day. Oh. And it's a dead ball. Takes all the tension out of it. Bowls a dead ball. Did he do this on purpose? Tries to put off the batsman. Imran is ready behind the stumps. Bowls this ball. Oh, and there's an appeal for an LBW. And it's nodded. And it's given. And we have a hat-trick. And he goes off flying around the Oyster Oval. It's incredible. A hat-trick ball given LBW. Yaqub Ali is thrilled with himself. UCC have collapsed in this over. 2 bowled, LBW. 2 balls remaining. As Amit comes to the crease. Will they keep the same personnel up? They've moved back out. I'm surprised. A rare hat-trick in a T20. Yaqub moves in again. This time it's going to be a dot ball. $150 for 6. And Amit gets off the mark. What an over there. 3 for 3 in that over. Incredible over there by Yaqub Ali. He ends his spell on 4 for 29. Final over coming up. And it looks like Usman will have a shot. He'll bowl the final over. Good start by Usman. brother of Kazim, who saw batting earlier on. Surprised he hasn't bowled today. Another dot ball. Amit struggling here a little bit. Wind is blowing the bail off. Meanwhile, Cork County are cruising to a win here. 18 off 18 required. Down at the Mardyke against Middleton. 4 balls remaining here. Cork County Kerry have won this match fairly handily. And again, another dot ball. And again, great bowling here by Usman. He's putting his hand up for the next match. Samantha is stuck on 49. He needs to get him on strike just to get his 50. This time he'll pull that away. It's going to be an opportunity for a catch, and no. So here's the moment that Samantha has been looking forward to. He needs to get 1 run for his 50. He runs for his 50. Is there a chance for a run out? He misses. And Samantha gets his single, gets his 50. The match is complete. County Kerry win by 50 runs. Imran was the star for County Kerry. And Yaqub Ali with his hat-trick. Very rare feat by anybody, especially in a T20 game. Congratulations to Kerry. Commiserations UCC. They'll have to gather themselves together because they have another match coming up in about 20 minutes. So please join us again for the next match, which will be Limerick versus UCC. And see you in a while. Thank you.